If you're over 40 and spend a good chunk of your day sitting, your body might be running a secret program in the background. Doctors call it disuse atrophy, but you can just call it your body's ruthless efficiency expert. It's a silent process where your body, thinking it's being helpful, starts to quietly borrow muscle from your legs to use for energy somewhere else. You probably haven't even noticed. Maybe your pants feel a bit looser in the thighs even though the scale hasn't budged. Or maybe you hesitate for just a split second when getting up from a low couch. These aren't just random signs of getting older, they're distress signals from your lower body. But here's the good news, the truly remarkable part. You can send an immediate, powerful message to your body to not just stop, but reverse this process. And you can do it right from the chair you might be sitting in now. It doesn't require a gym, heavy weights, or being in peak physical shape. All it takes is your intention and a few minutes. Today, I'm going to show you 3 simple seated movements that will tell your body to start rebuilding your leg muscles, not breaking them down. These aren't just exercises, they are commands to your own biology, telling it to reclaim your strength and your independence. Before we start, do me a quick favor and comment below with where you're watching from. It's always inspiring to see this community span the entire globe, all of us working together for better health. It's a powerful reminder that you are not alone on this journey. Section 1. The silent problem. So why does it feel like our leg muscles are the first to go? While disuse atrophy can affect any muscle you don't use, our modern, sedentary lifestyles hit the large muscles of our lower body especially hard. The whole process is tied to something called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. This process can start as early as your 30s and tends to speed up after age 60. Our sit-down culture just puts it all into hyperdrive. Think of your body as a smart but brutally practical accountant. Its main goal is to balance the budget and be as efficient as possible. When you spend hours sitting at a desk, in a car, on the sofa, you send a clear message. These big, energy-guzzling muscles in my legs, I'm not really using them. Movement is the signal that tells a muscle it's essential. A lack of movement signals that the muscle is just expensive overhead. In response, your body starts a salvaging operation. It reduces blood flow to the area. Why send precious resources to a part of the company that isn't producing? The nerve signals from your brain that tell your muscles to fire become less efficient. Your body even gets worse at turning the protein you eat into new muscle tissue in that specific area. It begins to break down muscle fibers to reclaim amino acids for more urgent tasks like supporting your organs or immune system. It's a logical process, but a devastating one for your long-term health. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, quiet erosion of strength, so gradual that most of us just adapt to it without realizing what we're losing. At first, you might find yourself using your hands to push off from the dinner table. You might choose the elevator over the stairs without a second thought. You might feel a little less steady on uneven ground, or notice it takes a bit more effort to get out of the car. These aren't just random aches or bad days. They are the early warning signs of losing functional strength in your quadriceps, glutes, and calves, the very muscles that hold you up, keep you stable, and let you move through the world with confidence. And this is where the real danger lies. Weak leg muscles are a top predictor of falls in older adults. A fall can be a life-altering event, leading to broken bones, hospitalization, and a permanent loss of mobility and confidence. It's the fear that keeps so many people from living fully. But what I want you to hear today is that this decline is not your destiny. It's a choice, and you can choose to fight back. Section 2. The incomplete solution and the true signal. Now, when people notice this weakness, their first instinct is often to start walking more. I just need to get my steps in, they say. And while walking is fantastic for your heart, your mood, and your overall well-being, on its own, it's often an incomplete solution for reversing this specific kind of muscle loss. Here's why. Walking is primarily an endurance activity. It's great at telling your muscles to be more efficient with the strength they already have, but for the most part, it doesn't provide the necessary overload to signal the body to build new muscle. Your body is already pretty good at walking. It doesn't see it as a challenge that demands more strength. So while you maintain a certain level of fitness, you aren't sending the powerful command needed to stop the atrophy of those large muscle fibers. The true solution isn't just about moving, it's about sending the right kind of signal. It's about resistance. You have to create a demand that is greater than what the muscle is used to. It's this demand that flips the switch in your body from a state of decay to a state of repair and growth. And here is the most empowering part. Your muscles are ready and waiting to respond. Studies have repeatedly shown that even in our 70s, 80s, and beyond, our muscles retain an incredible ability to grow stronger when activated correctly. It is never too late. The cellular machinery is still there, just waiting for the command to get back to work. You don't need to shock the system with grueling workouts. You just need to send a clear, consistent, and targeted signal. You need to remind your glutes, your quadriceps, and your calves that they are critical to your life. The 3 movements we're about to do are designed to do exactly that. They are safe, they can be done in a chair, and they are potent. They target the exact muscles most vulnerable to disuse atrophy and send that all-important signal. We are needed. It's time to rebuild. Section 3. The 3 reactivation movements. All right, let's get to it. We're going to move through these 3 exercises slowly and deliberately. Remember, the goal here is quality and control, not speed or quantity. That's where the signal comes from. All you need is a sturdy chair, preferably one without wheels. Exercise number 1, the foundational sit to stand. Our first movement is arguably the single most important exercise for preserving long-term independence. We'll call it the foundational sit to stand. This directly targets your quadriceps, the big muscles on the front of your thighs, and your glutes, the largest muscles in your body. These are the powerhouses that lift you, and are often the first to weaken from sitting too much. To begin, scoot to the front half of your chair, no leaning back. Your feet should be flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart, and tucked slightly behind your knees. Place your hands on your thighs or cross them over your chest. Try not to use your hands for help unless you absolutely have to. Now, chest up, back straight, and lean your torso forward slightly. This is a crucial step that shifts your weight over your feet. From here, press down firmly through your heels. Imagine you're trying to push the floor away from you, and slowly rise to a standing position. Give your glutes a good squeeze at the top. Feel that power. Now for the most important part, the descent. Most people just collapse back into the chair. We're not doing that. I want you to reverse the motion with extreme control. Slowly bend your knees, pushing your hips back like you're searching for the chair with your behind. Go as slowly as you can. The slower you go, the more your muscles have to work, and the stronger the signal. Control it all the way down until you're hovering an inch above the seat, and then gently sit. Let's talk breathing. Breathe out as you stand up. Breathe in as you slowly lower yourself back down. Your goal is 8 to 12 repetitions. If that's too much, start with 5. The number is far less important than the quality of each slow, controlled movement. If you need to use your hands to help you up, that's your starting point. Over time, you'll find you rely on them less and less. With every single repetition, you're sending a loud and clear message. I need these muscles to get out of a chair, to live my life, make them stronger. This one movement done correctly is a profound act of rebellion against frailty. Did you find that challenging? Easier than you expected? Let me know in the comments. It's fascinating to hear where everyone is starting from. Now for our second movement. This one looks subtle, but don't let its simplicity fool you. It's a powerhouse for lower leg health. We'll call it the circulation pump, or a seated calf raise. It targets the calf muscles, but just as importantly, it helps fight against the blood pooling that happens when we sit for too long. While seated, sit up tall with your feet flat on the floor. That's your starting position. From here, simply press down through the balls of your feet and lift your heels as high as they can comfortably go. Imagine a string is pulling your heels straight up to the ceiling. Hold that squeeze at the top for a count of 2. You should feel a firm contraction in your calf muscles. That's the signal. Now, just like before, control is key. Slowly lower your heels back to the floor. Don't just let them drop. We can add another layer. Once your heels are on the floor, do the opposite. Keeping your heels down, lift your toes and the front of your feet toward your shins. You'll feel a tightening in the muscle on the front of your lower leg, your tibialis anterior. This muscle is crucial for helping you clear your foot when you walk, preventing trips and stumbles. Hold for a moment, then lower your feet back down. That whole sequence, heels up, heels down, toes up, toes down, is 1 repetition. As for breathing, just breathe naturally. Don't hold your breath. For this movement, aim for 15 to 20 full reps. You can do this exercise anytime, anywhere you're sitting, at your desk, watching TV, or waiting for a doctor's appointment. Here's why this is so critical. When we sit, gravity causes blood to pool in our lower legs. The simple act of raising and lowering your heels activates the calf muscle pump, often called our second heart. Each contraction squeezes the veins in your legs, physically pumping deoxygenated blood back up toward your heart. You are literally restoring circulation that has been silenced by inactivity, feeding your muscles from the inside out. Exercise number 3, the stability switch. We've woken up the big power muscles and reactivated the circulatory pump. Now, for our final movement, we're focusing on the key to balance and confidence. We'll call this the stability switch. This is all about activating your deep hip stabilizers and gluteal muscles from a seated position, the very muscles that keep you steady on your feet. Sit tall on the edge of your chair, back straight, core gently engaged, and feet flat on the floor. Let's start with a basic activation. Without moving anything else, simply squeeze your glute muscles, the ones you're sitting on. Imagine you're trying to tighten them so much you lift yourself a millimeter off the chair. It's an internal squeeze. Hold that for 3 to 5 seconds. Really feel it. Then completely relax. Let's do that again. Squeeze and hold. And relax. This is reestablishing that mind-muscle connection. Now, let's build on that. From your tall seated position, extend your right leg straight out in front of you, foot off the floor. As you lift, focus on squeezing the big muscle on the front of your thigh, your quadricep. Don't just swing the leg, lift it with deliberate control. Hold it straight for a count of 2, keeping that thigh muscle tight. Then, with that same control, slowly lower the leg back down. Now, repeat on the left side. Slowly lift, squeeze, hold, and slowly lower. That is 1 repetition. Your goal here is 8 to 12 repetitions on each leg. Exhale as you lift and squeeze, and inhale as you lower with control. Why is this so vital? That feeling of unsteadiness often comes from weak glutes and hip stabilizers. These muscles control your pelvis and legs with every step. When they're weak, your body has to compensate, leading to a wobbly gait. This simple seated lift is like flipping a switch in your brain, telling your body that balance and stability are top priorities. Did one leg feel harder to lift than the other? This is very common and shines a light on muscular imbalances. Great information to have. Section 4. The secret to real results. So, you have the 3 movements to reverse the decline, but the final piece of the puzzle is consistency. Doing these exercises once is good. Doing them consistently is what creates real, lasting change. How often should you do them? The science is incredibly encouraging. You don't need to spend an hour in a gym. Research shows that short, consistent routines performed most days of the week can lead to significant changes in strength and a decrease in fall risk. The magic happens in just 5 to 10 minutes a day. That's it. 5 to 10 minutes of focused movement is far more powerful than one heroic, hour-long workout once a week. Consistency is the language your body understands best. As you're sending these signals, you also need to give your body the raw materials to rebuild. Think of it this way. These exercises are the construction crew. Protein is the truckload of bricks and lumber. As we get older, our bodies can become less efficient at using the protein we eat, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. This means we may need more of it to stimulate muscle growth. Research suggests aiming for 25 to 40 grams of protein with your main meals can provide your body with the steady supply of building blocks it needs. This isn't about complicated diets. It's about simple choices: eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken, fish, or beans. The weakness you may have felt didn't happen overnight, and rebuilding that strength won't either, but it will happen, and often faster than you think. You now have the tools and the knowledge. You have 3 powerful movements that send a clear signal to your body: stop the decay and start rebuilding. You have the power to reverse this process, reclaim your strength, and protect your independence. It starts today. It starts right where you are, in the chair you're in. It starts with one slow, controlled sit to stand. Your body is listening. Tell it what you want it to do. If this video was helpful, please give it a like